Jack had the long off season to get surgery, get his body fit and ready, but he's got a real clean backhand. He'll be very dangerous here at Manu Bay, but so well-rounded as well. Has had some key heats throughout the season where she's shown some flair. We're going to get the opening wave of the event right here. Sally Fitzgibbons tracking down the line, tags it and gets a one maneuver option and then steps off. Always interesting, Richie, with trying to get the opening exchange, playing some defense and positioning. With Sofia Molanovic, that was on tour at the time. They'd go to Peru for CT events, which was a nice left-hander for world title points. The goofy footer from Vahine in French Polynesia, setting up that first turn. Real graceful in her lines. Second turn, another arc in the pocket. Throwing a series of similar type of wrapping cutbacks, and she'll get a rebound section here and hops out. 1.5 start for Sal. You can see the length of ride that you get at a wave here at Manu Bay. And I think the challenge for all surfers will be finding and identifying a big section.
Those best guys here. I'll get back to this in a second. Vahine, I really like this wave. We're going to talk about the word tempo a lot throughout this event, and there was really nice tempo on this wave here from Vahine. Really nice wrapping calves. I love that we're seeing these goopy footers go front side for a while here. The one thing she's lacking on this is unfortunately just one of those big critical moments.
But to have just a brand new event pop up and be tested, especially with the running left, it's fun to see how they're handling it. Vahine on her second wave of the matchup, snaps the first section, coming from behind it this time. Throws down a wrap, kind of changes gears on the cutback. Fierro just drilling it in the pocket over and over again with that fading cutback. Just hugging the power source, getting a rebound if she can. Coaching here in 2026.
Oh, incredible year for Leandro. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing.
Vahine will take this wave under priority of Sal. Nice flow. Board looks great as she just leans her back shoulder into that carve. More of a hack there. She's found a nice rhythm with some great open face decisions. There's a snap off the lip line again. Vahine creating more space. Love how she's just switching gears on that carve. You know, from knowing that she could get automatic with her body technique, and she'll just lean into it to change gears for the panel.
Out when, say, if it was a beach break and they'll be looking for just single intense move. We need some rhythm down the line here, and beautiful kind of layback sort of a carve. Great variety here with a beautiful snap, another rail carve down the line here. So she had those moments, Jess, that you said were kind of missing from those opening rides. This one felt like the rails were a little deeper, a little cleaner.
What a great number. 6.83 for Vahine Fierro. 4.0 was her opener. And now Sally Fitzgibbons looking to answer. Just had the 1.5 on one turn. This is her second scoring ride. As she throws down a snap, she's got more wall here. Second turn, draws through the open face into a carve. Now her fourth maneuver down the stretch for Fitz is just putting together a lot of backside turns, pushing harder through the ending part of this wave. And Sal will fade out of there. We mentioned her win here back in 2011. She finaled the season before when Carissa Moore won in Taranaki, New Zealand. And an athlete competing at the highest level, that's huge. So let's watch this one, Jess.
She did really well to stay in the pocket on this wave. That's the first thing I noticed, that she didn't surf out of the lip. Watch her just sit on the foam every single time after one of these turns. She comes back to the power source. This wave, although it gave her a lot of opportunity, you can see maybe frustrated that she couldn't go super vertical on this, but this is definitely better. She had great speed. I love seeing her go left. You're going to hear me say that all day today.
We've got some waves coming through here, but maybe I can fit in one Art of War quote, Sun Tzu. Nah, I'm going to get back to that quote later. I'm going to keep you guys going. Vahine Fierro up and riding. Looks like she's banging the lips a couple times. Getting through some chatter right here, Joe. Big slash for Vahine. One more time for the Tahitian. Take it away.
And another wrapping turn there into the pocket. Fierro has just found a nice rhythm. She kicked out Kaipo. I'm ready for the quote. First, sometimes liking to get into the head of their opponent before the heat starts, during, after. Don't know if any of that's happening now, but Vahine is definitely enjoying her frontside attack at the moment, Richie.
Oh, she sure is, and I love this new kind of layback slash that we're seeing from her, and it's looking good, and it's really sending a lot of spray and putting a lot of power into that carb and keeping them interested.
Sally Fitzgibbons starting to get down the line with some speed. That section's going to land on her heels and forces her to step off. She's trying to look for improvement on the 1.5 she's carrying. You can see the paddle battle now for priority. Tropical reef breaks.
Yeah.
But to have, for the backsiders, an opportunity to show what they can do, just like we're always breaking down what the Goofies can do throughout the Aussie treble. More on that in a sec. We've got Sal with an opportunity, but she goes down swinging.
Erin's part in that is groundbreaking. There's a never been done before, 2 full rotes on one wave, and it was on a left-hander like this.
Running after this one in the priority heat, the Tahitian Vahine Fierro lays down a real stylish wrap in the pocket, then a snap off the top. You can see those ribs on the face Richie was noting with that wind direction, but she is just creating some smooth lines for herself. And just with that vision of being on your front side, and starting to look like an advantage on this higher tide this morning, Rich.
We'll see that outside ledge starting to get more exposed. Jess, you spoke about taking off a little deeper, and that's exactly what Vahine did on this one. Then she goes to what is fast becoming a bit of a new trademark move for her. That carb to snap combination is really starting to serve her well out here this morning. Little catch there on that final turn, so question mark whether she will.
Well, the whole tour is just lifting as we watch a possibility here. It's up to Vahine if she wants it being in the priority heat, so she'll keep Erin Brooks and Yolanda patient in the non-priority heat with that speed, little down carb, perfect pickup off the bottom, and hits it off the lip. Out in front, there's that real cool lean back on the open face. Drawing it out in front. Board looks great. Like Kaipo's a goofy, and that's his message.
There you go. Here comes a goofy right now.
Manu Bay. You can see the battle of the booth. You can join our clubhouse, compete against our teams, as we have Vahine Fierro laying down some tracks. She'll get stuck down the line, so that'll be a throwaway. In fact, she's throwing away a couple of 5s. A 4. She's throwing away a 3-5. She's catching a lot of waves here against Sally Fitzgibbons. Stand by for more waves. Sally probably hearing the crowd react to Yolanda, and she wants to get some backside snaps in. A little bit sticky at the start, and after a very long wait, Fitzgibbons goes straight down. Yolanda Hopkins, 6.33. That's her best, but still requiring a 4.51. That one's far from over. Important ride for Sally Fitzgibbons. You can see it's a chatter off the bottom, still just searching for something in this lineup. Sally's thinking about it, but Vahine most likely will take this wave. Here comes Fierro. Goofy footers just enjoying these frontside waves. She'll throw a nice clean carve to start. Not much of a turn there, just resetting, so it ends up being a defensive play. Sal's now opened up 2 minutes for herself to chase down to 7.17. And her trip here to Raglan has ended quickly due to a great performance from the goofy footer from French Polynesia. Good morning, Vahine Fierro's with True Starling.
Thank you, Joe. Vahine, it was a tough heat with Sally. She's won here before, but you started off really strong, and you're saying it was a little bit bumpy and lumpy out there, but the 5.6 Mikey February under your feet was looking really good.
Yes, it's such an honor to be like the first seat ever out here at Raglan for the CT, and sharing it with Sally was a really big heat for me. Round 1 against Sally, she's so experienced, so I knew I had to like try to surf my best and be as smart as I could, because she's always like surfing underneath us and turning 3s into 8s. So I was like, okay. And this morning the waves were there, and then the wind picked up in our heat, so that was kind of hard to manage, but I had a really good board under my feet. I had good fins, and the body felt good, and I had an amazing team with me, so everything went my way.
You'll be coming up against Molly in your round 2 heat as well. We know that she's got a great backhand attack. What's the thought process going into that one?
I didn't look, so now I just found out that I was against Molly, but she's the reigning world champion, and that's those girls are the ones that make me progress and make me a better version of myself every day. So gotta show up, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do something.
I'd love to touch on as well the opening ceremony. You got to sing the national anthem of Tahiti. That was really special. Talk to me about that and just that experience to do that with pretty much your family there too.
The opening ceremony, I think it's called Pohiri here, and it was just goosebumps everywhere. Like the way they all sang together. They did the Maori show, and then they like sat us down, and it was just very, very powerful, very intense. And they're like our brothers and sisters from another island. We're the Polynesian Triangle, so New Zealand, Hawaii, and Tahiti, and all the islands in the middle. And so when they asked us if we could sing a song or say something, it was our biggest honor to be a little part of that ceremony and share some of our Polynesian culture. And it was just a great reminder from this opening ceremony to be true to who we are, be true to where we come from, and share it to the next generation.
Thanks, Vahine. Good luck in the next one.